Okay, we know that President-elect Donald Trump met today with Senator Bob Corker over at Trump Tower, and we also know that he has this big dinner planned with Mitt Romney tonight, and both remain, we're told, in the mix to be the next Secretary of State. Our next guest may also be in that mix. The former ambassador to the United Nations, John Bolton, is here, Fox contributor, AEI senior fellow. It's always good to see you, sir. Are you, as far as you know, being considered? I have to ask you with all the talk today about this very position.
Right. Well, I do understand, but let me assure you I'm not going to commit any news today by commenting on it. I just, as I've said before, I'm an old school kind of guy on this, so nice try. You're welcome to try again.
Well, I will show one thing, because I actually want to talk to you about the news in Ohio State in a moment, that Newt Gingrich said about this pick that we did find interesting. This is from earlier today, the former speaker.
I frankly have been very surprised that Ambassador Bolton has not been more prominent, because he understands what's wrong with the State Department, and he's a very solid conservative.
So what's wrong with the State Department?
Well, I've always had the highest respect for Newt Gingrich, obviously. Look, I think, and I've written extensively, I think the State Department doesn't need a reorganization. The State Department needs a cultural revolution, and I think there are all kinds of things that could be done to make it a more powerful instrument of American national security policy. And as I say, I'm as somebody who has served under 6 secretaries of state, I think I would know how to do it, to say the least. All
right. Well, that's a story, obviously, that we'll continue to follow. But this Ohio State story is in the news, and it's one of the reasons we wanted to talk to you today, because of the reported Facebook post that came out before the attack from the suspect writing on Facebook. I am sick and tired of seeing my fellow Muslim brothers and sisters being killed and tortured everywhere. I can't take it anymore. And every single Muslim who disapproves of my actions is a sleeper cell waiting for a signal. I am warning you, oh America. This allegedly was the Facebook post written by the person who carried out that attack, the knife attack and the car attack yesterday on this campus. So seems to be inspired, obviously, by Islamic extremism. But what do you make of all this and the way it's been handled so far?
Well, I think it's been handled, actually, in some respects, better by the law enforcement authorities than in some other cases. I think they've been reluctant to say, as some have, we have no evidence this is anything other than a complete lone wolf. They've been saying we've got an ongoing investigation. I think the way to handle this generally is to treat the American people like adults and to point out what the evidence is as it's accumulated, so that people can understand that the ability ISIS has using the internet to propagandize its cause, to recruit new adherents, to inspire them to engage in terrorist activity is really tragically, unbelievably successful. And so does ISIS have a corporate organization chart? Do they have memoranda that they send out to people to get them to act? No, they're able to get people to act more spontaneously, which doesn't make them less of a threat. Well, this kind of thing, though, is right out of the playbook, though, right? I mean, the videos that they put together and all this is what they tell people to do, exactly what this person tried to do yesterday. Right, and I don't think that should give us comfort that he's not organized into companies and battalions and regiments. It's a demonstration that their reach is broader than we've seen in the past, certainly broader than al-Qaeda's reach. All right, Ambassador Bolton, always good to see you, and we'll be talking to you, I'm sure, about some sort of topic here in the not-so-distant future. Thank you, sir.